Happy Gravy Day. If you don't know what Gravy Day is, it's just Wednesday, and it's not a national holiday. I'm just calling today Gravy Day. Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri, joined ever so often.
Yeah, you are.
By Big Pokey. Shane Dieffenbach has returned.
No more traveling for me.
No more traveling for you?
Until this weekend. And
where are you going this weekend? Oh, see, sometimes it just, sometimes
we are going up north to Canton, Arizona.
We are. Camp T is returning for Arizona State. It's going to be, I think, a lot of fun just to get back up there. I haven't been there since Todd Graham was the coach for the Sun Devils, so it has certainly been a while. Have you ever?
Why are you wearing pink shorts? Is what I want to know.
Has nothing to do with. I don't want to get into Todd Graham and the Easter.
You don't want to get into the Todd Graham pink short era.
No, But yeah, I do remember that moment where me, Jeff Metcalf, and Justin Toscano were getting kind of scolded by Todd.
That's fine,
because he called us the Easter crew. Had nothing to do with Easter. He just didn't like the colors we were wearing, apparently. Shane, how was your trip, man?
It was good. It was really fun.
Yeah,
went to Universal Studios. Had a good time. Saw the dinos.
Saw the dinos.
Yeah, it was
the dinosaur ride.
Good time.
They have a dinosaur ride there?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, I guess that's totally fair. What do you want to talk about today?
What we're talking about?
Yeah.
We're talking about traveling.
We are
again,
talking about
because I've been traveling so much. So we're going to talk about how traveling is going to be next year and what it's going to happen. What the fuck?
Tornadoes, bro. I love you, man.
Why?
I love you.
Why are you white knighting for Anthony?
He says, Anthony, I bet you have great skincare routine. You stud, man.
I don't think he has a skincare routine.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
What is it?
I do. I wash my face.
That's not a skincare routine.
That is a skincare routine. That is. It quite literally get your face wet.
Is that a skincare routine,
Use some Cetaphil on your face and then wash it off.
Washing your face.
Is it more of a skincare routine than Shane?
What? Yeah. You don't wash your face.
What the fuck?
Fucked. Sorry, bud. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Big 12 road trips and what it'll look like in the future for Arizona State. There are definitely some interesting ones, and I don't think Sun Devil fans have really had the opportunity to get to go to some of these college towns. And some of them are going to be fun. Some of them are going to be, what's the right word?
A few of them are going to be fun.
And the others?
Not fun.
Not fun. Okay, Shane. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to your list of the best and the worst Big 12 road trips.
Disclaimer. Before we start, I have not been to 92% of these places. 92%. I haven't really spent time in any of these places. So this is just I'm a biased West Coast guy. So let's just throw this up.
That's fair. Let's see what
these are my number one places where I would like to go. Number one is Lawrence, Kansas. Heard good things, and very historic area, very nice.
Obviously, the basketball games there are going to be a lot of fun
and we can
too.
go to the house that Arizona State built, field house. So that should be fun. So definitely want to go there, Lawrence, and then Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the actual campus, but I do like the city of Denver, and we got friends up there.
Yeah, the pictures look pretty amazing.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty easy one. I think they have the most scenic stadium in the pack, maybe in the Big now. Well, they're still in the pack.
Are we going to call it the Big? Is that what people in the Big 12 call it?
No, the big B word. Yeah, right. I mean, I think right now they have the biggest. They have the most scenic stadium in the pack. right now.
Yeah.
Still there. But yeah. So those are my top 2.
Okay.
And then number 3, I have Orlando. UCF has nothing to do with the campus. Has nothing to do with Orlando. I actually hate Orlando as a city. I think Orlando sucks. It's just a bunch of wetness and gators and I looked on them. So I flew into Orlando. I'd never actually been or walking around the city.
Okay.
I've seen pictures. Flew into Orlando and I was like, I have like a 4-hour layover. So I was like, I might go leave and then come back and go through security again. But I decided against it because I looked on the map and it was all blue. Just a bunch of water. It's gross. So yeah. Center Florida, 3. 4 is Utah. Salt Lake City looks beautiful. It really does. I don't know. Like, do you? I'm curious to see where you have Salt Lake City.
I don't even remember where I put them, to be honest. Oh, I know I put them pretty high up too. To be honest with you. I put them at 5th.
Okay.
So that's about just.
And then we have Fort Worth for TCU. Yeah, this is where the list kind of gets boring for me.
It gets boring for you.
Yeah, I mean all of these kind of
just the top 4. That's all you got.
Yeah, because then all these are just like flatland. TCU flatland.
Okay, so why do you put TCU
flatland
above some of these other ones then?
The campus looks a little more fun, and Fort Worth is better than Houston for what it looks like, and it's definitely better than Waco. So yeah, and it's definitely better than Lubbock. We'll get there in a second. 7 is Provo. Another beautiful looking area. This might surprise you guys. 8 is Cincinnati. It's a city. It's it might not be a great city, but it's a city.
Skyline Chili.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that. And then 9 is Tucson. Look, we F the school down south, but it's better than Ames, Iowa, which is 10. Wow. Corn, and that's about it.
Have you ever been to Iowa?
No. I haven't been to a lot of these places.
That's fair.
So change my mind. This is not I'm not an expert on this by any means. 11 is Manhattan, Kansas. Yep. 12 is Waco. 13 is Stillwater. If you're going to name your city something, let's not make it something stagnant where flies and mosquitoes are buzzing around. 14 is Morgantown. And 15 is Lubbock. And Lubbock is behind Morgantown because it is so bad. And have you been
to Lubbock?
I have a friend that has basically lived there.
Okay.
But Morgantown is near the Appalachia, and the Appalachia has a bunch of feral people. And that's how bad Lubbock is. Lubbock doesn't even have feral people, and I'm scared to go there.
You use feral people I've never heard anybody talk about feral people more than you do. And it kind of scares me. It kind of scares me.
Well, you got to keep your enemies close.
Do you have run-ins with feral people often?
No, but I know they watch.
You know the feral people are watching?
Not the show, but they're watching me.
They're watching just you.
Yes.
Okay. That's terrifying. Clint in the chat, West Virginia. Not surprised. Clint, I think this is your 3rd different profile picture in the last 10 days. No, I'm not criticizing. I'm just noticing it is all. Tornadoes in the chat, just giving absolute love. I love it. Dusty Rabbit. All y'all do is complain. Y'all complained 45 years ago when the Cats brought you to the pack, and y'all are doing it all over again. No one's complaining. Who's complaining? Are ASU fans complaining of going to the Big 12?
I don't.
I haven't. I will say that is one thing that I have seen is I think there are a lot of not misrepresentations, but misconceptions, I think, of Arizona State fans. Just first and foremost, that where are they? I've seen that from a lot of people in the Big 12 of just the 4 fans that Arizona State has. Well, look, it's different, and Arizona is unique in the fact that, again, it has major sports, major franchises, unlike some of these other Big 12 towns. So I don't think Arizona State has 4 fans. There's definitely a lot of them. They are just, what's the right word?
Dormant?
There you go. There's still water. They're still. They are. So there's that. And then the other one in terms of ASU being dragged to the Big 12, not being happy about that. I seriously have not met a single Arizona State fan that was disappointed about the move to the Big 12. I think we've had conversations both on and off there about the fact that it sucks that there's a conference dying, and it sucks that you're losing some of these rivalries, traditions in the Pac-12. But at the end of the day, it was the right decision for Arizona State, Ray Anderson, Michael Crow, the teams, whatever, So I don't think you see anybody complaining about it.
You can be upset that the pack is dead, like I am, but you also can realize that this was the right move.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody is. Another point about Lawrence, you are 35 minutes away from Kansas City. That is true.
Have you ever been to Kansas City?
No, I have not, but it's a city.
Like, I hear they got great barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
I've only been one time. Didn't have
What'd you do?
I went, I officiated a wedding. It was the wedding that I went to last year in Kansas City. Yeah. A bunch of Chiefs fans, and it was a whole thing.
Windsock. Love a good windsock.
A windsock?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get to my list, I want to tell you a little bit about our friends over at Game Time.
Windsock.
Guys, what is Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Come
I
on.
didn't know. I'm just not familiar with the terminology
Well.
as it relates to windsocks. Guys, Game Time. It is literally the easiest and most affordable place to get tickets to concerts, to games, to shows, anything else. I literally used Game Time this week to go see a concert yesterday.
We used Game Time.
Did you? You guys use Game Time too?
We used Game Time at the Angel Stadium.
It is the perfect place for last minute ticket deals. And you can go on Game Time, like if there's a concert or a show or whatever, like on Friday. What I like to do is look on Monday just to see what the prices are. And usually by Wednesday or Thursday, the prices are a third of what they were. So definitely check out Game Time. Guys, download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PHNX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Yeah. Are we talking about windsock still?
No.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about BetMGM.
There we go.
BetMGM is where you should be betting on Big 12 football and basketball come next year, especially if you're in Arizona. Because, guys, right now, if you sign up and use that bonus code PHNX, there's a few different offers depending on where you live in the Big 12. But if you live in Arizona, place your first bet offer and you get $1,000 back in bonus bets if it loses with BetMGM. Plus, they got Nerfy Fridays for insurance. They gave us free money, basically. Actually, they literally did give us free money when we were out at the BetMGM Sportsbook. And you can
$100.
join us at the BetMGM Sportsbook every single Sunday for Cardinals home and away games this football season. It's going to be a ton of fun. Check out the show notes for full details. And now you can listen to me talk about the disclaimer. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-522-4700 Nevada. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Kansas, Nevada, New York, or Ontario. BYU
Dojo in the chat. Looking forward to some great conference games between BYU, ASU. I think it will turn into one of the great battles of the conference in football, basketball, soccer, and baseball. Yeah, I am excited to see these two schools kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, Keck brings it up. It used to be a rivalry in the WAC.
Yeah.
So should be a ton of fun.
The heaven and hell rivalry. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's go ahead and get to my list of the best and the worst trips to take in the Big 12. I'm starting with TCU, and I know that threw you off.
So surprising.
I just, for some reason,
Big 12 fans, do you like going to Fort Worth?
When I think TCU, maybe it's
Whoa, you have Lubbock at 7? Are you high? Are you high? Anthony.
Listen, let me just.
This is the worst list I've ever seen.
No,
okay, go
it
ahead.
has. Look,
Yeah, it is.
we made our list off of different things.
Stillwater at 6.
Entirely different things. Okay. I also lumped in the fact that I think you're going to get to see some good games at some of these places. TCU, I've got at 1, and this is just TCU. Was in the national championship game last year. I think the environment at TCU games are a lot of fun, and for me, I just think about TCU and how dominant they were of a football program for a long time. So that's why they're
Fort Worth a good place to visit.
Yeah, man. It does.
That's
It absolutely does.
crazy.
It absolutely
That's
does.
crazy.
And I have bias like Sean does when things are the color purple. So that's why.
Well, relax.
What do you mean?
Purple is my thing.
You don't get to have purple.
Yeah, I do.
You can rent it. I'll loan it to you.
Okay, you don't own it. Purple. You can say that, but you can't say that you're biased because it's purple. I might like purple more than you, and I don't even have TCU even close to 1.
That's absolutely fair.
Blows my mind. Chat, Grill this man.
Grill me, I guess. Look, I've gotten grilled for definite worse things than this. Central Florida at number 2, like you brought it up. Orlando, like it has nothing to do with UCF and more so.
So what are you? Okay, no. Come back to us. Come back to us.
What?
Come
What's
back
your
to us.
issue?
Chat, don't let this man cap.
What?
Because you just said our lists are different. We have different reasons for this. I'm doing it based on football and the great games we see there. And then you go ahead to say number 2 is UCF. It has nothing to do with the actual
lumped
school.
it in. I'm lumping it together. You got to take different pieces of it all, Shane.
Lumping D's, dude. Come on.
Come on, man. Come on. All right. So after UCF, I've got Colorado. Same reason for you. It looks absolutely stunning. I think it is definitely going to be a hot spot when it comes to the Big 12. I think there are going to be a lot of fans that want to go see Boulder. Again, Denver's great city. So I've got Colorado at 3. I've got Kansas at 4. And this is all for basketball. Look, don't get me wrong. I don't love Kansas, but I think, again, this is where you're going to have some phenomenal
games. You ever actually been to Kansas?
No. I may have driven through it, but I've never stopped and
When would you have driven through it?
I don't know. I've driven a lot of random places for things, for work.
Okay.
So yeah, Utah at 5. I've never actually been, but similar to you, I think Salt Lake City is a fun place.
Well, okay.
Wrong word.
Yes.
Wrong word. Beautiful place. How
Yes,
about that?
there we go.
There we go. Sorry, wrong terminology. Okay, Oak State at 6. And this is what
Why?
you're because the football games. The football games are going to be exciting there. And I think the environment again. No.
Team.
I've heard. I haven't been to Stillwater, but the Oklahoma State environment at their football stadium is, from what I've heard, something to watch. So, look, I get it. Stillwater is not a great place in and of itself, but I'll take Oklahoma State at 6.
This one.
Texas Tech, Lubbock. It's
Western Texas.
Yeah, this is where you said your list got mid too. Just saying.
This isn't mid though.
Have you been to? You haven't been to Lubbock.
Have you?
No.
Well, then
You're
don't play that.
Your mom ever tell you not to
card.
judge a book by its cover, man?
I can judge a book by its cover when it's soggy, gross, and smells like shit. That's when I can judge a book.
That's crazy. Well, Shane has no fans in Lubbock, Texas. The reason I've got Texas Tech at 7 is, again, because I think at some point you're going to get an Arizona State and Texas Tech rivalry, and I think those games are going to be a lot of fun. And I think that is only going to intensify the environment when you get to Texas Tech. So that's why I've got them there. Houston at 8. Houston's a great city. Never been. Would love to get the chance to check that out. That's why I have them there. Baylor at 9. I don't really care for Waco, Texas. Cincinnati at 10. I've been to Cincinnati. It's Cincinnati. I don't hate Skyline Chili as much as the rest of the room. So that's why Cincinnati is 10, strictly because of Skyline Chili. Kansas State over at 11. I really have no gripe with them, but I just don't think it's an exciting place. West Virginia at 12. Ray Anderson kind of gave his thoughts on that, and I will echo those. Iowa State, 13. I do kind of want to go to Ames just to see it. I do. I kind of want to go to Iowa just to check it out.
What do you want to see?
It's somewhere I've never been. I've been to West Virginia. I've been to Texas.
Most of these places you've never been. Why do you want to go there?
Not most of these places.
Yes.
I've been to Texas.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, the state of Iowa. Maybe I don't need to go to Ames. Just drop me in Iowa, and we'll see how I do. BYU at 14. Look, I think the games are going to be fun, but I don't think the environment over at BYU is a whole lot to talk about. And then Arizona at 15 because I've been there a bunch of times, and I just don't like it. It sucks. Anything in Tucson sucks. I will take anything.
That is a bad take.
What's
Tucson
a bad take?
Tucson is beautiful. The U of A campus is beautiful, and I am offended by that take. I just thought I should chime in.
Well, that's U of A grads speaking. Matt B saying Aggieville in Manhattan is something.
Is a place to go.
Okay. Tucson doesn't rule, but it definitely doesn't suck as much as Totri claims it sucks.
Well,
if we're in a vacuum about the cities that we're talking about, it does not suck.
Look what you've done here. Look what this is what you're doing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Things are getting ready to happen, and I see them transpiring here, and you're going to throw me under the bus with some of these places.
Well,
is that Lubbock? Is that Lubbock on the left right there?
Well,
I know they can't see. I'm looking at it.
Okay, here you go. let's go ahead and play a fun game I like to play called What City Would You Rather Go To? Left or right, chat? Quick. What do you answer? What do you got?
You look like you could definitely.
What do you got?
You got sandcastles on the left.
Hey, Derek, come here.
Oh, God.
Come in here real fast,
my
Derek.
Gosh.
Hey, Derek, can you go ahead and look at these cities and say which one you'd rather visit? Would you rather go to the one on the left or the one on the right, Derek?
Ooh, that's not even close. I'm going with the one on the right.
Yeah.
The one on the right.
And can we pull up Totri's list one more time?
What's the shithole on the left?
Yeah,
What is that place?
it's not a great place. It's not a great place. Here's Totri's list.
That's where they're gonna.
On the
send
left is number 7, Lubbock, Texas. On the right, number 14, Provo. Blows my mind.
Good luck getting to Manhattan, Kansas, by the way.
Yeah, well, that's something for a different story. Thank you, Derek Montilla.
Oh God, I can't believe you threw me under the bus like that. That's crazy.
It's not throwing you under the bus would be like me like revealing something that you didn't want out or like just shitting on you for no reason. I'm just comparing what you said.
Yeah, but what if I like dirt? What if I like sand and I like that?
Then that's not throwing you under the bus because that's something you like.
Yeah,
but
but
you're basically saying I'm right. Those two cities, it's not even close.
Yeah, but I like dirt. That's what I'm going to go with.
You don't, though. You're lying.
You don't know that. I love sandcastles.
Totri is lying.
How am I lying?
Those would be dirt castles.
You never built a dirt castle? Ever?
No, I've never built a dirt castle.
I love sometimes when I say shit and you look at me like I'm absolutely crazy.
Because you just said, have you ever built a dirt castle?
Yeah, it's a sandcastle, but with dirt.
Have you ever built a dirt castle?
No, that's why I was asking if you had done it.
BYU Dojo in the chat saying, when somebody is quote unquote exposed as a fraud, it's not throwing them under the bus. LOL.
Damn, BYU Dojo. Am I a fraud? Is that what is that what's happening?
Yeah.
That's absolutely.
Yeah. You know what? Here, this is what we'll do. Let's play a fun game, Anthony. We can do this. We can do this next year. Let's play a game where Totri gets to go to Lubbock by himself, and then how about we just drop him off there? Maybe you can take the Greyhound and just find your way into town and find a place to stay. I'm sure you'll love it. And I'll go to Provo and I'll just relax and maybe drink a cup of warm milk.
I think that sounds
and watch a movie.
Awful. That sounds fucking disgusting. I think the game should be the opposite. I think if we're both trying to, expand our horizons here, I should go to Provo and you should go to Lubbock.
Neither of us have been to either of these places.
Yeah, so I'll go the first year.
The horizons will be expanded regardless. And you clearly want to go to Lubbock.
I didn't say
it sounds like it's a dream destination
There's
for you.
7 on my list. It's not like they're number 1, man. They're not number 1, okay?
They seem like that. Okay. We got a super chat from Tornadoes Don't Stop Spinning, Mr. ISU himself with a $10. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I'm terrified to read this because Leah laughed. Tornadoes Don't Stop Spinning says, I'll give you a super chat every show for a month if ASU beats ISU in basketball first time they play. If I win, Shane has to get a Hello Kitty tattoo on his lower back. Stop sending super chats now.
It could be so little, though.
Shut up.
Come on.
You want to do it?
Well,
you already have tattoos. Yeah.
He loves me. I don't have tattoos. I hate tattoos.
He has tattoos. I don't have any. I'm good.
I
appreciate
that. Look,
I
feel like Sean would have considered this.
No, he wouldn't have.
You don't think so?
No, he wouldn't have.
For the super chat?
No, he wouldn't have. Sean!
we're just retrieving people at this point for the show.
Sean!
Mr. DePaz!
We'll find him.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, guys, I want to tell you a little bit about our friends over at Circle K. If you're wondering where I got this lovely Gatorade, it was over at Circle K. I stopped there just about every single day, not just for gas, but for all the great snacks they have, guys. And right now, buy Powerade at 4 for $5 and be entered, and you could be one of 10 finalists entered to win a 2023 Ford Big Bend Bronco. They've got some great deals on energy drinks. Buy 2, get 1 free. Monster energy drinks. Beatbox Heart Teas, buy 2, get 1 free, guys. Make sure you're not missing out on all the great stuff. Right now, text PHNX to 31310 to join their SMS subscriber club and get a buy 1, get 1 free offer on 32-ounce Polar Pops.
Sean, just
have him read it. Come here, Sean. Come here,
Sean. We got a super chat from Tornadoes Don't Stop Spinning. That said, I'll give you a super chat for every show for a month if ASU beats ISU in basketball first time they play. If I win, Shane has to get a tattoo of Hello Kitty on his lower back. Would you even consider doing that?
No. You have to get an Alonzo Gaffney tattoo if has a double-double.
Okay, first off, it's unrealistic what I have to get a tattoo for. Secondly, it's initials that I'll hide very easily. It's not.
Yeah, you're not. Your lower back's
Sure.
not out all the time.
Let's play everybody's favorite game. Which
Oh
city
my
would you rather go
gosh.
to? Leah, pull up the graphic. Sean, which city would you rather go to? The one on the left or the one on the right?
If you say the one on the left, you're a crazy person.
That is Lubbock, Texas. The one on the right is Provo.
Yeah. Well, Lubbock.
Okay. Well,
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
put your Shady Rays on if you're in Lubbock, because it is
I'll keep them
gross over there. Exclusively for our listeners, even if you live in Lubbock, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com. If you have internet in Lubbock, do that.
Oh
and
my
use code
gosh.
PHNX for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. I'm sure if you got your sunglasses, you could just put duct tape over them if you live in Lubbock so you don't have to see the city. Try for yourself. The Shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. And if you don't love your Shady Rays, exchange your pair or return them free within 30 days. There's no risk. When you shop, their team always has your back.
Aaron Lee in the chat. Lubbock for sure. I can't wait to show the Texas Tech guys that we're going to have on the show tomorrow your entire rant about how the city they live in sucks ass.
I don't know if
It's gonna be a lot of
I don't know if they live there.
They probably
A lot
do.
of people that covered U of A don't live in Tucson.
Yeah, because who would want to live?
I'm just kidding.
Tucson. Just saying. Clint in the chat, the big Lubbock conference. I'm here for it. I don't know why you hate places you've never been so much. Like, just have an open heart, dude. Like, come on.
I'm going to perform open heart surgery on you. So
Oh my
stop
God.
talking.
That is terrifying.
Uh-huh.
But enough about the shithole that is Lubbock, Texas. Let's talk a little bit about Morgantown, West Virginia. Why don't we? Because Ray Anderson had some things
Feral
to say
people?
about that. Are there feral people in Morgantown, West Virginia?
There are feral people outside of Morgantown, West Virginia.
What does that even
Like
mean?
on the city limits. I'm sure of it.
You're sure of it?
Have you ever seen Deliverance?
No, I haven't actually. Okay. More on Arizona State Athletic Director Ray Anderson. He said he got in some trouble, but it shouldn't have been trouble, in my personal opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it's just your typical people see quote on Twitter, people read quote on Twitter, people freak out about quote on Twitter.
On X.
And not stop. And not read entire article on Twitter.
Yeah. He said, I promise I'm not going to Morgantown. He got called out about it. Again, on social media, Sports Illustrated wrote an article about it. People were losing their minds about it. So Ray Anderson went on the radio this morning and issued an apology. This is what Ray Anderson had to say.
Although those comments were said in jest and taken out of context, they were clumsy comments from me that I sincerely regret, because I offended some people when no offense was intended. And for that, I apologize. I sincerely do. And then Ren Baker, the West Virginia AD, and I have known each other. So I called Ren on Monday, and we had a chance to talk. I explained the context, and he graciously accepted my apology and certainly said he'd pass it on to their president, Gordon Gee, whom I know. And then we shared, very frankly, our mutual excitement about us being in the same conference going forward. And then I'll also tell you, we shared a few laughs because he made me promise that I would absolutely come to Morgantown many times over the course of the next few years.
I saw that it took 5.5 hours to get there, and I thought, I don't blame Ray. Who wants to spend that long on the road? But
I must admit, I do not like cold weather, and it gets really cold there in the wintertime, and that's what I was jesting with President Crow about. But that being said, I've been there. It's a beautiful, beautiful college town. They got a nice stadium there, and I'm telling you, their folks are as gracious with their hospitality as any you will find. So I know there are good folks back there, and no offense was intended, and I look forward to visiting.
Oh, so now he looks forward to visiting Morgantown. Do you think he actually goes? That's going to be the one. Look, I don't think Ray Anderson goes on
I think he goes and then fires Kenny on the field.
Oh, my gosh. And all the Big 12 people that haven't heard of the Herm incident, just look up Herm Edwards getting fired on the field. If I'm Ray Anderson, I'm very upset that I had to even issue this apology. Because let's be real, it was a joke. He was joking the entire time. The video of him with Dr. Crow out at the football facility talking about this, he doesn't like the cold weather, man. I don't blame him. I hate the cold too. Do I want to go to West Virginia? No, I don't. Not even a little bit.
Not even for a mountain mama?
Oh, that's different. That is different. He said, no, fine. You can mock me for that. Come on. Are we really like this soft about him saying he doesn't want to go to Morgantown, West Virginia?
People took it and ran with it. I mean, it's stupid. And yeah, no.
Do you think it's a bad look for ASU?
No, not at all. No, it's a bad look for West Virginia. Fuck them.
It's not like he said, yeah, I'm not going to Morgantown because it's ugly or because I don't like the people there. Like, he literally was just like, yeah, I'm not going. I don't blame him. So it is what it is.
Yeah, Aaron, I do just want to sing Take Me Home, Country Roads at the stadium. That's fair. Keck just wants everybody to remind everybody how old Ray Anderson is, I guess.
Well, I feel like everybody listening in the audio deserves to hear Tornadoes or deserves to see what Tornadoes said earlier. So let's go up to, the one about Sean. Yeah, he said, tell Sean the only reason he wears Peter Griffin glasses is because he thinks he's trendy. Sean, you bum.
I think your obsession with him is now
my obsession with Tornadoes.
Ballooned.
My obsession with Tornadoes.
Yes.
I don't have an obsession with Tornadoes. It's a mutual friendship that we have. That's all it is.
You guys are obsessed with each other.
I think you're just jealous.
Why don't you guys start dating then?
Maybe we will.
Yeah.
Maybe when I go to Ames. Or maybe we'll move to Lubbock together.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you have to say about that now?
Not a lot.
Yeah, there we go. All text in the chat. Sean is not a bum. Absolutely not. Guys, before we get out of here, I want to tell you about Illegal Pete's. Guys, they have the best queso in Tempe. They've got tacos, burritos.
They also have the best queso in
bowls.
Tucson.
That's true. And they have drinks, phenomenal drinks. And if you didn't know, it's hot outside here in Arizona. So go check out Illegal Pete's, their Tucson or their Tempe location. Maybe grab a marg and some tacos and enjoy yourself, guys. Illegal Pete's is your go-to spot this summer. Stop by for happy hour, 3 p.m. through 8 p.m. every day at all 12 locations, guys. Illegal Pete's, the go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beer. And I will throw a fourth one, and the Big 12 for 28 years.
Let's talk more about West Virginia.
Okay. We talked about it.
If you hear banjos, start walking faster or paddling faster. To quote from Deliverance.
Are you quoting that movie that I have not seen?
I think that does a lot for the people in the chat. Nothing I do is for you. It's
Ever?
for the people. Well, on the show, I don't do anything.
You just leave trash in my car.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, goodness. Before we get out of here, Camp T, we talked about it at the start of the show. ASU obviously going up there today, practice Thursday, Friday, and then the scrimmage on Saturday.
I'm so juiced for the scrimmage on Saturday.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to most? Because usually the Camp Tantazona scrimmage is...
The weather?
Well, yeah, the weather's going to be beautiful. But I think, at least for me, I think this is where a quarterback is going to really start to take hold.
Oh, my
of
God.
his job. What?
How did we not think about this? Oh, poor Bourget. Poor Bourget.
Why?
You know how good Drew Pine's going to be? Drew Pine? It's right next to Pine Top.
There's no way you just did that.
There are a lot of pine trees near the field. I wonder if he'll get any power. I'm going to ask Drew Pine that this weekend.
What?
If he gains power from all the pine trees.
You're not going to ask him
I
that.
swear
And you know why I know
to
he doesn't?
God.
You know why I know he doesn't? Because his last quarterback competition before last year, he had to go against Jack Cohn, the transfer from...
What, they practice in traffic?
No, no. But it was
Jack Cohn really good.
No,
next
it
to
was the
traffic
Pine
cones?
Cone quarterback competition. In every headline
That goes
ran
crazy.
with that.
That
it was
goes
hilarious.
Crazy. What I'm actually most excited about is, for Saturday is just seeing the true competitive nature, especially after, I would assume some angst is going to be built up from the time, spent together in close quarters cabins, not being able to use their phones. Some of them are going to be itching to make some TikToks and do their, whoa. And Kenny's going to make them work. And so I'm excited to see that scrimmage. I think they're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be.
They're going to be very competitive as well.
Yeah, dude, there are some players, and I know you've obviously been running around, so you haven't had the chance to come out to a whole lot of the fall camp practices. But some of these players, man, Jordan Clark, it feels like he's getting better every day, and it's tough to like even imagine that, considering he was one of the best players on the defense last year. He was a stud in the spring. He has been pretty ridiculous so far in fall camp. Roe Torrance, another one. Xavier Alford, if he ever gets his waiver cleared, he is going to be a problem, an absolute problem. There was a team period. They were running live the other day, and I forget who made the catch across the middle. Oh, no, it was a run. It was on the run. The running back coming off tackle, Xavier Alford, fills the gap, quite literally picks him up and drops him.
Who?
One of the running backs.
Oh.
But it like, what? We're just, first off,
Yeah.
that would never happen in a practice under Herm Edwards. Secondly, he's a unit of a safety.
Yeah, let's hope he can play.
Yeah, him and Jake Smith. It's still TBD on their waivers.
I'm going to say they don't.
You don't think either one of them do?
No. Just of how many second years have been rejected
Yeah.
that haven't graduated.
God, that would be such a bummer. What do you do in that situation?
Twiddle your thumbs.
That's all you could do?
Yeah.
That's tough.
And plus, you get some elevation, as Glenn points out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jalen said he hated the hike last year that they went on. And
Yeah, but that was Herm's hike, not Kenny's hike.
well, I also just think he doesn't like hiking.
Why?
Because it's hot and sweaty, and they ran a bunch.
That's probably fair. It's probably fair. We've got some, hopefully we're going to have some really cool content up from Camp T here in the next couple of days. So definitely stay locked in, guys.
Defo.
Subscribe.
As the UK would say.
PHNX Sports.
What about 4
Yeah,
Peaks?
yeah. We're going to tell them about 4 Peaks. But first,
You're sounding like you're ending the show.
no. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Just buckle up, okay, buddy?
Sometimes.
Sometimes I know what I'm doing. There's 30 of you in this chat, and there's only 12 likes. Guys, smash that like button, okay? Just Bobby Hurley, he's asking super, super nicely. So please hit that like button. Give us a follow, too, over at PHNX_Sun Devils. Shane, when we get back from Camp T, what do you think the first thing that you're going to do is?
What if I was just like, not drink 4 Peaks? So probably, yeah, I'm going to be drinking 4 Peaks there, enjoying the nice weather.
That's fair.
4 Peaks and pine trees. Can't get better than that. Maybe 4 Peaks and Drew Pine. 4 Peaks and Drew Pine with pine trees. Could be elite. And the best beer in the valley is 4 Peaks, of course. Check out at 4 Peaks Brew, at 4 Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest. There's Arizona's hometown brewery. Did a lot of traveling in the last couple of months, and many of 4 Peaks were had on the road. Many of 4 Peaks were had at the Terminal 4 location they have at Sky Harbor, and many of 4 Peaks will be had in the future. We got to be 21 years or older to drink 4 Peaks, and please drink them responsibly.
Absolutely. Guys, if you're new here, we do this every single day, Monday through Friday. Things change, obviously, when games start to happen, but we're going to be live right back here, same time, same place tomorrow, and we've got ourselves a special guest for tomorrow. So the guys from the Gambling Gauchos podcast that cover Texas Tech, they're going to be on the show for a little bit tomorrow just to talk about Texas Tech, the Big 12, and I guess their impression on Arizona State hopping over to the Big 12. So, guys, before we get out of here, again, follow us at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You could follow Big Pokey over here at Shane Dief.
Paddling faster when I hear banjos, as always.
We will see you Thursday at 2 p.m. But for now, peace.